What's up, Zoxaskun? We're back with some more Etheria Restart. Now, I know there was some of you guys that seen the Taunt video, and you're like, Zox, am I really using Taunt in other things like, bosses? And yeah, there are some bosses that you can use Taunt in. And I felt like what better boss to talk about this on than NicoNana. Now, this isn't the NicoNana, obviously, from the Shell Dungeon. This is the NicoNana you're going to face in Animus Echo on floor 30. But also in the rotation that happens when it resets on Ethernet Rally, you're going to have to face the same NicoNana, and this can definitely be a stomping point for a lot of players because one, the quantity of your team varies, and just understanding the gimmick that you're up against is going to be really important. But all in all, Taunt is something that honestly nullifies this entire fight. And the craziest thing is that when we actually go to look at the view details, it says NicoNana is immune to all control effects except Taunt. Now, the thing is, it doesn't tell you what Taunt specifically does, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what happens. Now, it says NicoNana can also, with the Let's Play Together, can catch the ally Animus with the highest attack. This ally can be turned into a gorilla Dow. Rescuing the captured ally quickly is the key to victory, right? So we're going to go ahead and get into the fight. I'm going to show you guys how this kind of works. And what you can maybe place in if you don't have certain things, right? So we're going to take the Messiah out. We're going to put Dating in here. Now, I actually built my Dating to have more attack than my Yelly. Really wouldn't matter between the two. They both can nuke each other. So it really wouldn't matter who I have. And then we're also running Klaus. Now, some people might be like, well, bro, Klaus is a green attribute. Well, here's the thing. We got Ren on the team. So Ren is going to be controlling the boss basically for the majority of the fight and ensuring that Klaus doesn't get touched. So there's that, right? And the other thing is too, is the two ads on the side aren't strong enough to actually do any real damage to her. So we don't really care. And we also have a healer with purification. So we're good. Now I'll show you guys the stats and stuff like that afterwards as well. So you can kind of get a visual of it. But the main thing is like I said, is focusing on the taunting, right? So the very first move that she gets, she will be able to actually still, but from here on out, she will not be able to still as long as we continue to lock her down for the rest of the fight, right? All right, so we're gonna go skill 3. And then we could just skill 1 here. Start DPSing into the Dating. We go for our AoE taunt, right? Attack down and taunt. And now we're just gonna hit everything into the Dating here. There we go. All right, Ren takes all the damage. We're gonna go ahead and get that hacking in progress fully stacked. Or actually, no, that should be 2 stacks. Let me see here. We don't have to go too crazy just yet, just because this is the earlier part of the fight. If the character is still under taunt, by the way, you can't overstock it. So here we're just gonna hit into the Dating, so that's extra damage there. And then we go right into her skill 1. I think we have one more turn we get for the rotation here. But he's basically good as mine. he's my character anyway, So we get him back. Here now, we can actually go and try to taunt the boss, which we were able to successfully get. And then we can get our Dating back. There we go. All right. All right, so now we're going to build up that hacking in progress here. Let's go and give ourselves immunity coverage. Because she's going to go, I think she hits into Ren though, so it doesn't matter. But we just didn't want her to actually get, CC'd, which is cool. The other thing is too, is with my build for my Ren, she's able to counterattack. So a lot of the times I don't even have to use a skill to get the taunt again. She just will damage or get hit and then will retaliate. So here we go. Skill 3 again. All right, so now we got Yelly going and we got the Dating. Now my Dating isn't on his most optimal build because I had to scale his attack for this fight specifically, so he's the one that gets kidnapped. But because of his marking ability, it allows him to kind of go without certain stat values like the crit rate. And he can still actually be useful for DPSing, right? All right, so she's still taunted here. We don't really have to worry too much about her, but we have to worry about the ads on the side. Now, why is that? Because the ads on the side have the ability to increase the rampage of the boss. And as they are increasing that rampage, let me actually see if I can go to them, right? That rampage is right here. It's going to be something that they will constantly do. I think it's every 2 turns or something like that. So if they keep doing that, NicoNana gets faster and then she'll hit harder too. So that's something you just have to kind of be worried about. I'm really not so worried about the damage. I'm worried about the speed. At this lower threshold though, we're kind of okay. So I think from here, we don't really need to do anything but shield up. because everybody, or at least the main boss, is taunted. So that's all we care about. They got a rampage off, which is okay. We're gonna go ahead and shift here. Put some damage into the NicoNana. Okay. And now we go for the AoE, which should also prevent some of those rampages from happening too. Right? Because they're all going to hit right into the Ren. And see, she'll retaliate a lot of the times. And that will give me an extra taunt. All right. So let's go for a taunt here. Cool. We're chilling. And we keep marking, which means basically every time we get that, it's basically letting us know, hey, we're going to hit hard. All right, they got one rampage off. So yeah, you just want to kind of slow the rampages. That's what the taunt is basically allowing you to do, is slowing the rampages. It's allowing you to keep NicoNana under control so you don't have to deal with too much of her nonsense. I think my class is almost back to her skill cooldown. Yeah, she's like one turn away, so I'm gonna hold off on skill. Oh wait, but you know what? My Rev proc already, so we'll just use it. Rev did proc. We'll use it. We'll use it. I forgot. All right, so now we go skill 3. All right, let's see here. Get her to like half health here. Ooh, good vulnerability proc. We can go immunity coverage here. There we go. We got that taunt. We don't need to technically do anything but shield here. Hey, they tried to get you, Claws, but your haters are your appreciators, you know? They tried to get you. They tried. So yeah, now we just kind of working her down. And like I said, like, mind you, I just also want to point this out too. Her skill 3, which is the ability where she, like, you know, robs you of your ally, has been up this entire time, right? It's on a 3-turn cooldown after she uses it the first initial time. Yeah, she hasn't been able to use it. so yeah, that's kind of that. Now we're going to skill 3 here because I want to get those 2 ads on the side. Yep, there we go. Because if I can prevent them from ramping her, that makes the fight much easier, right? She won't be able to rotate as quick. All right. Oh, they stunned her. That's okay. We got a weird purification. So now she's going to actually be able to steal someone here. But luckily for us, we're back on our rotation. So we'll be able to get him back. All right, let's go for the heal here. Give ourselves some well prayers. Yep. And we're going to go and get our boy back. Like, he's already back. Like, basically. Skill 3. Boom. We got that hacking in progress now. We'll go for the taunt if we can. They got resisted. It's fine. This is why we bring the Fortissimo Ling Lo. All right, so now we just got to get some damage in. There you go. Give us that hack in. Or that, yeah, that hack in with the turn manip. Give me that taunt. All right. Give ourselves some immunity coverage. I think I rotate past them. Pretty sure. Thank you. We can maybe build the stack. Yeah, there we go. And we get back our Dating. All right, now we got to get this fight back under control. And this is why I said I love control, because it allows you to be able to kind of have those windows like that, for example. And I'm glad that actually happened, because yeah, you will have windows that will potentially happen like that. You might get lucky and lock her down the whole fight. And then you might have a window like that where you have to re-get a character back. But she's back up again. She's on what, 7 stacks? It's not too crazy, but it is 7 stacks. And the thing is that every time she steals, she does heal. So that's why we try to prevent that as much as possible. But hey, it is what it is. Only but so much you can do, you know? All right, so let's go for the lockdown here. There we go. All right, we're back. We're back in our rotation. We're gonna save his skill 3 for when we get a defense break. Yep. Down to counter proc into a taunt again. Let's go for this defense break. Thank you, game. That's fine. We'll taunt one of the ads here. That's actually what I should have been doing. I should have been taunting the ads on the side because that would have gave me more control over them buffing her. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. Turn meter gets stolen. Do we care here? Yes, we do. Give me the taunt. Yep, Fortissimo coming through. Dude, it's crazy that Linglo is free. She's so good on Fortissimo. And there you go. I mean, that's the fight, right? Like, essentially. Like, Dating's gonna go. He's gonna finish this off. GG, right? Now, it took about 4 minutes, but who cares? Like Rin basically shuts that boss down. Now, obviously, I'm gonna go and clear the next floors, but I just kind of wanted to show that, right? Like with this is something that you're gonna have to deal with in other places, right? Like so, Rin's value, and it's not just Rin, it's Taunt, right? There's different gimmicks that exist, I feel like, within the game that do have some utility. I would personally still advise that overall, you still probably would, as far as like if you had to pick between, you know, Rin or Vice, I would definitely say Vice is going to be a better, you know, choice for a lot of players. Now, I will show you guys, obviously, like what I did for the Ting. I put him on 3.2 extra K attack. And the way I did that was I just took off like the crit rate on him and I just threw on more attack, right? Like it's a simple thing to do with him. It's easier to do with him too because he has that marking, which gives him the ability to crit if he doesn't have that crit rate innate. And it allowed me to still be able to keep the crit damage so he can still hit really hard. I am using a White Fang Pre-reg Kenai with Fury on it. So that is definitely something that kind of helps him with his damage. But like you could see, it wasn't like one-shotting, but it was still fairly good damage. Same thing with the Yelly too. My Yelly's not even crazy. You know, the main thing is that it's attack, crit damage, crit rate. Again, we don't have as much attack on her because she needs to have less attack than the Ting or whoever your other DPS is, or versus your main DPS. The main DPS needs to have less attack than whoever it is you're trying to get taken. And this, of course, even with a smaller comp, is the same like mentality. You want to have a character with scaled attack and then have a character that has a little bit lower attack but still can do enough damage to deal with that boss. Like I said, Rin has been an astronomical help with these boss fights. She's on a Revelation, a Keen Eye Fury, and a Swift Raid. And then as far as the Rin, again, very simple. 128 on the speed, 212 on the effect accuracy. Same build that you guys may have seen if you didn't see in the last video, obviously. But in the same video, last video, same build, right? Bramble and Swift Raid, right? Or Swift Rush. That's going to be like, honestly, like your best friend. Bramble is busted on her, right? So again, I just wanted to kind of show in application how she can be used to shut down certain bosses. Again, this is something that can take effect. She can technically be used in like Shadow Flame Hoyan. She could be used in Rengoku. And I'm only able to comfortably say those things because I actually did it. So, and of course, in other PvE areas, it's not just even boss fights or Rengoku like or NicoNana, but she's able to like facilitate and shut down your enemies, right? So if they have a really strong S3, Taunt is going to allow you to be able to control that. You know, that's why I say, like, you know, Taunt, granted you have like stun locks, like, you know, stun or freeze and stuff like that, but Taunt also is fair game too. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of emphasize that because I know there's some people that are actually asking about like the investment. You know, again, my Rin is 555, but personally speaking, for a character that's able to taunt as often, which you guys were able to see, 25% chance with as much effect accuracy as she has is really a 50% chance on 2 hits. Is pretty fair. Like, you're going to land that quite often. And then a 75% chance on the skill 3, which is like basically guaranteed. It's like a 10% chance for that to miss. And so, yeah, that with the shield up, she's still a really, really good character. So yeah, that's going to be that, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Everyone, stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.